Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Persona 4 Golden.
Now, in our last episode, if you saw, we had some audio difficulties, and for the past couple of weeks, we've been trying to work out that audio issue, and we think we've got it under control. Now, we had to reload a new save just so that we could show you guys this fight again, and then we'll continue off from our previous save to continue the story of Persona 4 Golden.
Now, we start off back on the first floor of Yukiko's castle.
Now, we're just gonna do a little bit of grinding. If you want to skip straight to the boss fight, just kind of skip ahead.
I'll put a timestamp.
Maybe, if we're not feeling lazy, but I say maybe about 7 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes ahead of this, and we should be fighting Shadow Chie.
Ooh, that was close.
That was close.
Very much indeed.
No,
yeah,
I don't think it's safe.
Should I just go for it? No.
No.
It's a sneaky boy.
Remember to change your tactics.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh.
It's F. Press F. Oh, shoot.
Oh, we got two sneaky boys. Hello there.
I don't think you're gonna escape. Oh yeah, just exit the castle.
That's the coward way out. Don't be like us, kids.
Press F. And just change tactics.
Yukiko's still a simp. I'm not now Yukiko, just today.
For now. Oh, no Shadow this time.
Yep. Got a soul drop. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So what a soul drop does, essentially, is recover 10 SP.
SP is really important in this game. More important than HP. So.
Definitely.
Although
definitely
HP is what keeps you alive. SP is like.
Now, in order for you to get
more.
a player advantage, you want to attack a shadow from behind.
You get to go first.
It doesn't matter if you alert the shadow ahead of time, just as long as you hit it from behind.
Yep.
Now, for beginners, you might want to wait until the shadow is completely facing behind. But if you're more experienced, you can run straight up to a shadow and quickly turn around and attack it to get a player advantage. If you don't want to wait.
Now, the enemy in front of us is called a Calm Pez. I don't even know how to pronounce the name.
But they're weak to wind.
They're weak to wind, indeed.
Right now, in the beginning of the game, you specialize in electricity, and Yosuke specializes in wind, which is what the enemy is weak to.
So what Zio here does is an electricity skill that consumes SP. As you can see, it consumes 4 SP. Our second one does Cleave, which takes a 5 HP because it's a physical attack. And Rakukuja.
Rakukuja is a buff skill that increases your defense of one party member for 3 turns. Although we won't be using this much, this is a very important skill that we'll probably use later on. For now, we just want to burn our turn, so we'll just attack. Yeah. We'll just attack, just to do extra damage, so Yosuke can finish enemies off easier. Now, the reason why we changed Yosuke into direct commands is if you don't, the AI will actually take over of Yosuke, and sometimes the AI does stuff you don't want to do. After you knock down all the enemies, you can initiate something called an all-out attack. It's basically an extra turn where you do almighty damage to all opponents, where the damage cannot be reduced, whether they're blocking or not. It's the same damage, and they can't resist it, reflect it back at you. After you defeat enemies, there's a chance that you get shuffle time.
At times, they may be hard to grasp, but you must master your fear and reach out to them.
Reach out to the truth.
Now, shuffle times are more likely to happen after you get one more, which is after you either get a crit on an enemy or after you hit the enemy's weakness. Also, shuffle times are more likely to occur after you finish with an all-out attack, or if you do all-out attacks during the battle.
Now, for your very first shuffle attack, shuffle time, you'll be introduced with a new persona. You'll have there will be 2 personas that will be introduced here. The first one being Pixie, which in this case I got, and Slime. You want to get Pixie.
For the purpose of this, we want to get Pixie for a fusion later on, and we'll cover that in the next episode.
Now over here, the second one, it's an avoided counter. So basically what you do is just you use it, and you can just go around the whole map collecting chests. The shadows will not attack you because they're blind.
That wears off after you go to the next floor of a dungeon or after you attack an enemy. For now, we'll be taking Pixie because it's more useful to us right now.
Hey, congrats!
Wow, already level 4.
Wow. This is so much easier than Persona 3.
This is.
Now we have already learned a new skill over here, as you guys already saw.
Racunda.
We'll just show it to you here quickly.
That skill basically decreases the defense of an opponent, which is also very useful.
Does it for 3 turns, and we will definitely be using it on the boss.
Definitely.
So I did indeed skip a door, but for now we'll just be attacking the shadow first. As you can see, the shadow did notice our presence, but as long as we just attack the shadow from behind, we were able to get a clear advantage.
This enemy is the same as the last enemy, so we'll just be doing the same thing. Oh, we got a crit!
Oh.
Nice, now we don't have to waste SP.
Yeah. So if you get a crit, you don't have to waste SP, because, well, first of all, you don't have to use Garu, which is on Yosuke's turn, and you get to go off for an all-out attack.
If you knock down all the enemies, that is. But the thing about crits is it's a chance thing, and it's not guaranteed to happen. In the future, there are ways to increase the chances of getting a crit, but for now, do not rely on crits, because crits are very risky. Now, we have a set of 4 options. We have either luck, and endurance, experience, and money. Now, luck increases the chance of getting crits, endurance reduces the damage taken when you're on a certain persona, and XP and money up is pretty obvious. Now, Joe, which one do you want to take?
Now, in this, for this time, we will be taking the N up, the endurance up.
Now, this will be very useful for the boss because there aren't many personas that we can use to fight the boss. Izanagi will be our main persona because right now his buffs and debuffs are very useful for the upcoming boss. Lifestone. Lifestone restores 30% of health to one ally.
We'll come back to the story that we just skipped, and we are introduced with the stairs.
For now, we won't be going up the stairs because that's where the boss is. We don't want to initiate the boss. We want to get more experience so that we aren't under level to fight this.
Now we'll be taking back
to
the
your
path.
right.
Yep, to my right. We'll be taking back the path that we have skipped for now, and there's a door right here.
Might as well go in.
Oh, first let's attack the shadow here.
Careful. These
So
guys have longer vision than you recognize, Joe.
Yeah.
Careful.
Definitely. Now, how you want the shadows to turn around so you can get a player advantage is just get out of their sight.
Stay outside. Well, the way to do that is not just get out of their sight, but also get them out of your sight.
Yeah. As you can see now, it's turning around.
Now, after a turn around, you can go in. About like when it turns 60 away percent, you can rush in because it'll continue to turn around. Even if you don't time it perfectly, if you get it like slightly behind, not perfectly behind, you'll still get the player advantage.
Now over here we have the exact same enemy, so we'll just do the. Oh, but we got a miss. That's okay. We have a Garu.
You hit its weakness. Let's go, partner. All right, out of our way. Just one enemy left.
Yeah, as you can see, we're not strong enough yet.
Oh no. So, when you're nearby another enemy, or by a random chance, another enemy may appear as a reinforcement for the other enemy.
Looks like our main character
what just happened there
balls.
is we got a deadly miss, where when we missed, we also fell, causing us to take more damage from being hit. Luckily, that didn't affect us too much, although we did take some damage. Let's just clean this guy like we did before, and let's move on to the next.
Now
Let's
over
get-
here we are introduced with an XP and a new persona, Ukobok. Now Ukobok isn't very useful to us for now, so we will skip on Ukobok, and instead we will get this cup because, well, we burned out SP and we lost a lot of health.
And Ukobok is not a good persona as of lately, but we'll be picking him up later because he'll be very useful for a certain type of enemy later in this dungeon. Now, if you look at the bottom, it's hard to tell, but we've actually regained a little bit of SP and HP.
We will open this last door, collect the chest, and we got a Snuff Soul.
A Snuff Soul is basically like the best item you can get at this point of game because it recovers 50 SP.
Yeah, restores 50 SP to an ally.
And basically, right now, all you have is 50 SP, so it's essentially a full SP restore. Now, we won't be using the Snuff Soul unless things get really dire. It's basically our ace in the hole.
Now, what we want to do is grind out the
Go
floor
to the
a couple
next
of
floor.
times. So, yeah, so in order to do that, we just go to the next floor.
This will reset the floor. We see the doors up ahead, but we won't actually go through these because that's where the mini boss is. And we're gonna grind up the bottom floor one more time, just so that we can get enough experience and level up enough to fight this boss safely.
So what you want to do is just turn around. That's it. Just
Turn around, go down the stairs, and
We are presented with another pair of double doors.
and now we're free to explore the dungeon again.
Now, watch out for shadows to your left and right. Just make sure you double check. Just,
Now, if you look at the
please,
mini
please.
map, normally there are red dots indicating where shadows are. Even if they aren't in shadows, they could be too, like slightly farther left, slightly farther right, and they could attack you if you aren't careful. So even if you don't see them on your mini map, you want to still look around.
Now it seems like we're clear for now, so we will just take our left path. Oh, but you see, there's a shadow lurking in the corner.
After a shadow attacks you, you want to run away at this point, especially.
So
Joe's in a very tight situation right now. The shadow has essentially cornered him, so we have no choice but to attack the shadow. We won't get a player advantage this way, but we'll get a neutral advantage. In a player advantage, your whole party ensures that you go first. However, in a neutral advantage, enemies or players with the highest agility will go first. In this case, Yosuke has the highest agility because Yosuke is very fast.
It's down. Good answer.
Now, if you're less experienced, you can't immediately reverse like that and attack the enemy and get a neutral advantage, so just be more careful around corners. Now, we'll be getting HP and SP again because we need to recover HP and SP. Chest keys don't really matter, and Hermit is not really that useful if you're aware of your shadows.
we just got another level up.
Are you all right, Yosuke? You're hurt.
So for Yosuke, he has a skill that's called Dia. So what this does is it slightly restores SP. HP, I'm sorry. And
It uses SP, and this is why we said SP is more important than HP, because you can use SP to heal HP, and the conversion rate of SP to HP is very high. So it's much more important to have SP because it's both your health and your spells.
so we'll just be using one Dia on Yosuke, just one time. And he is nearly at max health, so we'll be fine from there. Now, we'll be skipping this door once again, just to attack the shadow.
Now, when I said that when the shadow is 60%, it's very important, because sometimes when the shadow is turned halfway, it can turn in the other direction. So that's why you want to be extra safe and have them turn completely. Well, not completely. More than 50%, so that you ensure that they won't turn back around and attack you.
Now, this time we have a combo.
Oh, we have a combo of the Compesse and a new enemy called the Lying Habre. Now, the Lying Habre is an enemy that we saw in the tutorial, and if you remember, they're weak to lightning.
So we'll be using a Zeal on him. And in return for hitting his weakness, we have an extra turn, and we'll be using a regular attack on the Compass.
Now, the reason why we aren't targeting the Calm Habre, even if we target the Calm Habre, we would have done extra damage to it. It's because the Calm Peste has more defense and more HP. And sometimes the Garo and an all attack won't necessarily kill the Calm Peste, so we want to be safe enough so that we can kill the whole team. Flying Habres are the least threat because they have the least defense, the least health. We'll take a cup again because you're burning SP like it's nothing.
Yes, we'll be using a lot of SP in the beginning.
Right now, physical attacks aren't that reliable because you have so little HP, that if you get attacked by enemies a lot, you could die. So right now we just want to make sure that enemies don't attack us too much so that we don't die in one turn.
So as you can see, we just pulled out a new item from the chest called a Vanish Ball.
Vanish balls are kind of useless. They just allow you to escape battles. So in the future, when we fight more riskier battles, we'll be using this to get out of it. If we know we can't fight it.
Right now, we won't even bother with it. Now we will go back to the path that we came from.
And if you look at the bottom, there's like this shape without a closed line. That means that there's more to explore.
Yes, I just walked into shit. I was looking at the minimap. Apologize for that. Yeah, so just get out of its sight. Wait around 10 to 15 seconds, and then.
And if you can't count, just do about 10 swings of your attack, and that should work.
And we'll demonstrate that now. So around 6 seconds have passed. So we'll just wait. We'll just swing it like 5 more times.
All right, let's go check up.
Now,
like what has happened is the enemy still has sight on us, but we went too far, so it has a boundary. So either we could go up and attack it, go up on the floor, or we just have to pray and like go farther enough that it doesn't see us anymore. For right now, I say the best course is just to go up the stairs so that we don't waste time.
Yeah. Let's go back down.
Now, the optimal level to beat Shadow Chie is 5, but we recommend 6 and 7 for less experienced players.
Now we have a new item called the Peach Seed.
It recovers 20 HP. It's not that good, but we need it for a quest later on, so we'll be safe. There's an enemy? Remember, Joe, the enemies have more sight than you're comfortable with.
That is true.
The enemy reaches boundary again, Joe. You have to go up the stairs, or you have to attack it.
Let's go for an attack.
Or, another way to do this is just run past it. Your speed is actually slightly faster than them, so if you're sure that there are no more enemies up ahead, you could straight run past them and hope that they get out of your sight. The danger of that is that there may be enemies that may ambush you in the front, so you'll be cornered from the front and back. We got lucky, and we encountered Lying Habres. Lying Habres are really slow. They're slower than both you and Yosuke, so a normal encounter is essentially like player advantage. So you shouldn't worry about them attacking you.
Now over here, we're introduced with yet another new persona.
Apsaris.
Apsaris, of the Temperance Arcana.
Apsaris really isn't the persona we're looking for right now, so you might choose something else. Probably.
So in this case, we'll just go for a skill card.
Oh, a skill card, alright.
Yeah. We get a lot of money later on.
Super trash.
So Yosuke is already in the prime level that we need him to be, but Izanagi is still level 4, so we will just keep running him up.
Now be careful around this corner, Joe.
Oh.
Enemy, run back.
Now the best way to do this is just corner peek them. Angle your camera so you could see, so you have visibility on the shadow, and once they're far enough, just Attacking from behind.
Here's the thing. Shadows have more vision on the front than behind. So, if you feel like you're close to a shadow where they would see you in front, they won't be able to see you from behind. So, if you're really close to a shadow from behind, just go for the player advantage. And don't try to align it perfectly. Because you're better off getting that player advantage from the start. Because if you take too much time, they'll be able to see you. And then they can get an enemy advantage, which is really bad.
Now this time we don't really have that many good...
another skill card.
Yes.
Because our roll was pretty bad. We don't really need persona stat ups right now. Right now we just need a level up. Izanagi is level 4 now, and we're hoping to get a level 5. Just so we can get his next skill. And Joe, you forgot the chest.
Yeah.
Vanish ball again.
And we have agreed with the entrance, but instead we'll be taking this door. And we will go a little bit further, and over there we see his shadow, so...
He should probably back up.
Back up.
In this beginning stage, shadows have a lot of vision. So when you see them, you want to step back immediately, because they're only a few inches away from seeing you. Alright, I think you're good. Once you see them start turning around, you don't have to worry about your distance. But as I said before, if they turn only 50%, be wary because they could turn backwards.
Now, just then, we got unlucky and turned the way that we didn't want him to turn. So, we're just gonna step back and go up again.
Same thing. Now, Joe's waiting to see if the Shadow's willing to initiate a turn. Because when the Shadow initiates a turn, it doesn't matter how close you are. Just as long as you don't get too close, or you trigger awakening. Now, the Shadow is behind, and Joe will attack him from the back.
Once again, we have the combination, so just use a ZO.
Go, Sensei! That's how it's
Use a normal attack. And now we use a guard.
Counting on you! Persona!
Be careful not to mix those two around. Because if you mix those two around, you won't get the one more, and you won't be able to get all-out attacks. This allows the enemies to attack you, and that'll be very dangerous if both of the enemies target the main character, because it could possibly kill.
Now over here we have a new persona, Slime, which I mentioned at the beginning. So in this case, we'll just go for Slime.
There's nothing useful. Chest keys we don't need until later in the dungeon. And Hermit is basically useless unless you're trying to just clear out the floor. And you're wary of shadows. You don't want to deal with it.
Now,
another shadow?
No shadow, so just do a door peek.
Door peeks are really safe. Shadows cannot see you through this. And shadows will turn automatically through these, and it's the best way.
Now it seems like the shadow's coming towards us, but it's okay. It's gonna turn around. Now's the time to strike.
When you see a shadow initiate that exclamation mark and you're behind it already, just go for the all-out attack. Or not all-out attack. Go for the player advantage. If you don't, they'll immediately turn around and then you'll lose that player advantage and they'll start chasing you, and you have to deal with trying to make it lose sight of you. Now, we're doing really well with all-out attacks, so we're getting shuffle times basically every time, and we've got the persona we wanted. Angel is a very good persona, and we'll be needing it for a fusion later in this playthrough, and you'll see it in our next episode.
Now she is in the Justice Arcana. Arcanas are very important, so make sure you learn from them. We will show you and teach you how Arcanas and Personas work as we fuse and go progress with the story.
And I'll teach Joe along the way as well.
Yes. I'm not that experienced with these. Felix is a veteran here. I'm just a nobody. And
another Snuff Soul.
Very overpowered. For now, at least.
Careful about this corner. Oh, chest. Peach seed again. Open map, Joe. See?
And we have clear out the
nothing.
floor. Now we will go through these floors a couple more times, and not to bore you guys.
Probably one more time until we reach level 6.
Yeah, and not to bore you guys, we'll just skip through the parts and you'll be on the path to fight the boss now.
Now, after grinding a bit, we increased our level. We got the main character to level 7 and Yosuke to level 6. And we grinded up Izanagi to level 5. We got these skills on him: Zio, Cleave, Rakukaja, Rokuna, and Tarukaja. The new skill, Tarukaja, increases attack, which is one of the primary buff skills we're going to be using. We also got Pixie, Slime, and Angel. The main personas we need to get is Pixie and Angel, because we need those for something. We need that in the future. Now,
Persona Fuse.
Persona Fusion. We'll get that in the future. Now, as you see, our health is mostly maxed out, but our SP is quite low. Now, here's the thing. Snuff Souls, we're going to be using them here. You don't have to use them here. You could be using the Soul Drops. But, since this is a re-recording, kind of going to make this speedy. We recommend you to kind of grind a little bit and get like 10 Soul Drops to just use 5 and 5 on the main character and Yosuke. Soul Drops are really important when you come back to this dungeon after Shadow Chie. So just make sure you do that. We're going to be using Snuff Souls only for convenience here.
So we'll be using one Snuff Soul on our main character, get him to 72 SP, and we'll be using another one on Yosuke to 78
Now,
SP.
here's the thing. If you don't have enough Soul Drops, if you don't have enough Soul Drops or Snuff Souls, we want you to prioritize Yosuke. Yosuke's SP matters more here, although you'll be using debuffs which uses more SP. Yosuke's SP is the primary thing that we need here for healing and for attack right now.
Now this will be overkill, but we're just gonna play it safe, and we're gonna completely max out their SP by using a Soul Drop and another Soul Drop on both of them.
Now, for you, we recommend 50 SP minimum, 60 SP recommended, 70 SP excellent. 80 SP a little overkill.
Now
You don't need to be completely topped off with HP, because that'd be burning SP. We'll worry about HP during the fight. So now, let's get into the fight. There she is. Chie-chan's in there. Open the door.
Yes.
Chie, are you alright? Chie?
She said that red looks good on me.
Yukiko-san?
I hated my name. Yukiko. Snow. Snow is cold and it melts quickly. It's transient. Worthless. But it's perfect for me. Apart from inheriting the inn, I'm worthless. Still, Chie told me that red looks good on me.
Are these Yukiko-san's inner thoughts? I remember hearing Saki-senpai's too.
Yeah, this castle is probably here because of this Yukiko person.
Yukiko! Chie was the only one who gave my life meaning. She's bright and strong, and she can do anything. She has everything that I don't. Compared to Chie, Chie protects me. She looks after my worthless life. And I don't deserve any of it. Chie is so kind. Yukiko,
Chie is so kind, huh? What a joke.
What?
Oh man, is that?
It's just like Yosuke. She lost control over her suppressed self. Now it's a shadow.
Are we talking about that, Yukiko? She says I'm protecting her. She says she's worthless. That's how it should be, right?
What are you saying?
Yukiko's so good looking, so fair skinned, So feminine. She's the one all the guys drool over. When Yukiko looked at me with such jealousy, man, did I get a charge out of that. Yukiko knows the score. She can't do anything if I'm not around. I'm better than her. Much, much better. No! I've never thought that!
What are we gonna do?
We need to protect Chie-chan right now.
No! Don't come near me! Don't look at me!
Chie, calm down.
No! No! This isn't me!
Wait, stupid! Don't say anything else like that!
That's right. I'm the one who can't do anything alone. I can't win as a girl, let alone as a person. I'm pathetic. But Yukiko, she depends on me. That's why she's my friend. I'll never loosen my grip on her. She's too important to me.
No! That's not how I think of her!
So you're just going to turn your back and deny me again? But things are different now. When the time comes, I'll be the one left standing. You won't mind, right? I'm still you.
Shut up! You're
Chie, no!
not me!
Chie! It's coming! You have to use your powers to save Chie-chan!
It's time. We're gonna be fighting Shadow Chie. Now,
I am a shadow, the true self. What do you guys think you're doing? Trying to defend the real me? Then you're gonna pay the price!
Shut up! Quit being such a pain! Chie, just hang in there a little longer.
Think you can stop me that easy?
Now, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna debuff Shadow Chie. This is very important because we want to do as much damage to Shadow Chie as we can. Because if this fight goes on too long, it'll be very dangerous for us. Now, we're gonna be casting Raccoon on her to decrease her defense. After that turn, we're gonna be using Garu on Shadow Chie. Shadow Chie is weak to Garu, meaning we'll be able to initiate an all attack. However, we won't be doing that for the time being. We're gonna guard. Shadow Chie is gonna initiate a move that can knock Yosuke out, and that'd be very dangerous because we have to waste a turn getting Yosuke back. As we've seen in Yosuke's previous fight, Yosuke is weak to lightning. Shadow Chie will try to exploit this weakness to knock Yosuke down and kill him. You need to be wary of this, so whenever you see Shadow Chie about to target Yosuke, you better be careful and guard on him. Now, we're gonna go all out and attack him. Guard him as before, and now we're gonna initiate the all-out attack.
Okay! Ready or not, here we come!
How lame! You're all so deadly serious and we've only gotten started! Scream for me!
After this has happened, Chie will use Green Wall. Green Wall will block her weakness to win. Because of this, we cannot exploit this anymore and we'll just have to do normal damage using physical attack. Now, if we go on Yosuke, Yosuke doesn't only have Garo, but he has another move called Bash. We'll be using this to do damage to Chie. Now, on the main character, we'll be attacking again and bash on Yosuke as well. As you see, Chie is starting to look deadly serious at Yosuke. Now we're gonna reapply the buff so we do more damage again. The priority of this fight, the main character is gonna be on buff, debuff duty, and additional damage, while Yosuke is gonna be main additional damage. We're gonna Garu on Yosuke, and we're gonna guard. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. We forgot. The green wall is still up, so wind is resisted, so we can't knock Shadow Chie down. It was a mistake. Be careful to watch the timer on green wall. Make sure it says wind resistant reverted. We're lucky that Yosuke dodged, otherwise we would have been in quite a pickle. Now we're gonna be using cleave to do extra damage. We're gonna be using a bash.
Are you guys idiots? Why are you protecting her like that? She's nothing but a grubby bitch!
Chie is gonna cast Mabufu. It's an ice skill, so you don't have to worry about anyone's weaknesses, but it can do some serious damage, so be sure to heal when necessary. But now we're gonna be using cleave on the main character and using Yosuke to heal himself.
Counting on you! Persona!
Now everyone's at a normal health. We're gonna be using a cleave, and then we're going to be using a Garu and all-out attacking Chie.
Throw down! Persona! Good answer! Out of our way!
Don't make fun of me! You're nothing against me! Kneel before
Chie will reapply the green wall again, so we cannot use wind attacks like before. We're going to be attacking her normally. And healing on Yosuke.
Counting on you! Persona!
kneel before me!
We're going to be continuing to do the same thing. Now, here's a little helpful tip. There's a little thing called analysis at the top of your menu bar. When you use analysis, you can target an enemy. You can see what weaknesses and what resistances they have, depending on what attacks you've used on them. Now, me and Joe fought Shadow Chie before, as seen in our previous video with the audio difficulties. We already know the weaknesses of this. When you're fighting an enemy that you fought before and you forgot the weakness, you can use analysis to bring back the weakness so you can remember it again. Now, if you're fighting a new enemy, you won't see any of their weaknesses or resistances, so you just have to try to guess and reason what their weaknesses are. Chie still has green wall up, so we'll just be attacking them.
Counting on you! Persona!
Or healing.
Kneel before me!
We're gonna be doing a cleave and try to do extra damage. A bash should bring Chie very low.
Throw down! Persona!
Scream for me!
This is very unlucky. Chie just used
Good.
a Mazio on Yosuke.
You okay?
Now,
You might want to
When
defend yourself.
Yosuke gets hit by a Mazio, she'll use an attack called Bottomless Envy. It will immediately kill Yosuke because it does enough damage to kill him. If you cleared out the bottom floor, you should get an item called a Revival Beam. A Revival Beam will restore the HP of your party member if they're unconscious by half. And now, you can go ahead and go on the full assault against Shadow Chie.
Throw down! Persona!
Kneel before me!
Chie has reapplied green wall, which doesn't really matter. We're gonna keep attacking her with physical attacks. And that's it. Now, you don't have to be perfect with this, you just have to follow the general guides. If you mess up, just remember you have revival beads. Make sure to keep both you and Yosuke's health above half, so that you don't accidentally die to Mabufu.
Now, with defeating Chie, we get a handsome reward of 120 XP and 7,000 yen.
Unless you're playing on very hard.
Okay.
Chie, are you okay?
What happened? What's the matter? Got nothing to say anymore?
Stop it, Chie. It's all right.
But... Everyone?
He's right. I went through the same thing. So I can understand. I mean, everyone has a side like this.
Yeah, kinda get it now. You are me. A side of me I couldn't forgive, that I tried to ignore. But you still exist. You're...
Now, like Yosuke, Chie has gotten a persona herself, Tomoe.
It's true that part of me feels that way.
Wow, that's gotta be a messed up mind.
But I wasn't lying about being friends with Yukiko.
Like we didn't know that already. Hey, Chie!
I'm okay. Just a little tired.
You don't look okay at all. And I bet you can use the same power we have now.
Huh?
Hey, what should we do?
Let's take a break.
Alright, let's get back to the entrance, though. It's dangerous around here.
I never said I needed a break. I can still keep going.
Don't overdo it.
It's not that we don't think you can. It's just, we have to save Yukiko-san no matter what. Now that you have the power, you can fight with us. It'd be much better for us all if you had your strength back. That's why we're saying we should go back and regroup.
But Yukiko's still in here, isn't she? If those were Yukiko's true feelings, then I have to tell her something. I'm not as strong as she thinks. It's because she was with me. Because we were always together, I was able to act that way. If we weren't, I'd...
Well, you need to get your strength back. Then you can tell her. Yuki-chan's normal. The shadows don't attack normal people. They only attack when the fog lifts here.
So Yukiko-san will be safe until then, right?
I'm positive.
Why? I don't get it.
Teddy told us that the weather here is the opposite of our own world. When it fogs over in our world, that's the day it lifts here, and that's when the shadows attack their victim. So even if we leave for a while, Yukiko-san won't be in danger until the fog starts to cover Inaba. I'm sure of it. It was the same way for that announcer and Senpai. Don't you remember how it was foggy in town on the days they died?
You mean they were killed by their other selves?
The fog usually appears after it rains. But it's been sunny lately. I don't think it's going to rain anytime soon. Don't worry so much. We'll check the weather forecast first thing when we get back.
But I can't turn back now! We've come so far! Yukiko's still here! She's all alone! She must be so scared!
Then you tell me how much further we gotta go to reach Yukiko-san.
That's...
You don't know what's up ahead. The enemies might be even stronger. If we push ourselves too hard and get wiped out, who will save Yukiko-san then? We can't fail no matter what. Am I wrong?
All right. I'm sorry about before. I shouldn't have rushed in like that by myself.
No worries. We're definitely gonna save Yukiko-san, right?
Right. I'm feeling even worse than the last time I came in here. My head feels like it's gonna split open. Are you guys okay?
That's right, you're not wearing the glasses.
Oh yeah. What's with those glasses? Did your eyesight go bad?
Man, you didn't notice until now? How panicked were you?
Tum-ta-dum! I got a pair ready for Chie-chan, too. Here you go!
Whoa! What the? This is awesome! It's like the fog doesn't exist!
Why didn't you whip those out earlier if you had them?
I made them right now. You didn't tell me she was coming. It was all so sudden. Sudden.
Huh. So that's the trick. I was wondering how you guys could see where you were going. Hey, is it all right if I keep these?
Faux show.
We'll have to stop here today. But I'll be back with these puppies. You guys better not come here without me, got it?
Yeah, let's all promise each other. Nobody goes in alone. It's way too dangerous. If we don't work together, we won't be able to solve this case or save Yukiko-san, right?
Yeah, I agree. I promise to.
All right. So from tomorrow on, we'll try and come here as much as we can after school. And that includes days off. Hey, would you mind being our leader? You were the first to get this power, and you're way better in a fight than either of us.
Hint, hint. Yosuke is gonna be better.
I think it's best for all of us if you set the pace of the investigation and we follow your lead. I'm cool playing second banana. I had a feeling you'd say that. I mean, I'm more the advisor type, you know? An ideas man, not an executive.
I'm with Yosuke. If you're the one calling the shots, I'd feel a lot more comfortable about this.
I'm with Yosuke, too. If you're the one calling the shots, my pillow will be a lot more comfortable at night.
Teddy, would you please stop talking? I'm really on edge right now.
But all he wants is a good night's sleep.
True.
What's this? What's this? The Fool Arcana. We'll learn more about Arcanas when we come into Persona Fusion.
Okay. Let's get some rest for today so we're ready for tomorrow on. And don't forget to check the weather forecast. It gets foggy after a lot of rain, so let's keep an eye out. Also, let's make sure we gear up for next time.
That's all for World News Tonight. Coming up next, the local news.
Hey, mind if I ask something? You aren't getting involved with any strange business, are you? What happened at the station this afternoon? It's still bothering me. Is there anything you're not telling me? Is something bothering you? Believe me, I do feel bad that I've been too caught up with work for us to have time to talk.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you fighting?
No, we're not having a fight.
This isn't the police station.
I agreed to look after you, so don't get yourself involved in anything that could get you into trouble. Got that?
And now, our weather forecast. Due to high-pressure fronts from the west, that sunny spring-like weather will stay with us for a while longer.
Is this lady the one who decides the weather? 'Cause when she says it'll be sunny, it always is.
She's not really deciding it. Never mind.
Now, this will be the end of our episode. Thank you for watching. It has been a pleasurable experience.
And we'll be getting back to our usual episodes, back to our original save file. This was just a little makeup for our last video with the audio problems. Let's hope it gets better.
Yes, I agree. Let's hope it gets better. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.